is it their place, actually?
Yes, I think it is.
Confiscate? And some of the parents don't
So
agree
I think
with
it
you,
is, and I'll tell you why. You see, if you look at everything here we've got in front of us here, honestly, most of those things I would think, well, that's what constitutes a packed lunch. But obviously,
sandwich.
Well, darling,
Chocolate bar.
sorry. Every day I had, when I was going to school, a penguin. There was either a penguin in there, or a Kit Kat, or a sausage roll, or a ham sandwich. It's actually, all this smell is bringing me back to primary school.
That could be the problem, then.
That could be the problem.
Not everybody agrees with you.
But anyway, and I need the guidance. I'm saying I need the guidance.
Right, well, listen, we've got Steve Fryer.
Yes, darling, I'm about to tell people that.
Because he's waiting.
Well, Steve's sitting there waiting. Steve is in Bradford. And, Steve, your lad, Troy, he went off to school. You've got 6 kids. You had his lunch box packed. So what was in it, and what did the school find offensive in his lunchbox?
Basically, we got the letter on the Friday tea time, and he's really fussy eater, is Troy. So we just packed him what we have been packing him for the last 2 years. He's been going with a sausage roll, maybe, or a jam sandwich. You know, things that we could actually get him to eat. So we just packed him the same, and they took the sausage roll off him and a chocolate biscuit. So gave him a ham sandwich. He doesn't even like ham, so he had to take the ham out and just have a crisp sandwich for his dinner.
Yeah. In principle, I assume you're not against the school trying to educate not only the kids, but the parents in what is right and what is wrong.
No, that's fine. I'd rather he eat a lot healthier, you know what I mean? But you can't force them to eat anything, because we try him at home and he'll just sit there and gip. So, you know, what can we do? And it's not just about a sausage roll. It's the principle that they're actually taking food out of the kids' lunch boxes, and they're also sniffing the bottles of water to make sure they haven't got flavoured water.
Yeah, so they can't have flavoured water, which is full of sugar. I mean, I'm sure Amanda will explain probably why they've done that. Do you think, though, Steve, if you carried on with Troy, he's only 7, isn't he, is that, you know, they get used to things, but if you tried new things and said, look, the school are trying to do this, let's see if, you know, we can find something you could have in your packed lunch that isn't a sausage roll, do you think eventually, if you kind of push that a little bit with him, rather than just saying, oh, he's a fussy eater, he won't eat this and he won't eat that, do you think he could change?
Well, we're trying at the moment, putting different things in, but it's gone on to now, like, cocktail sausages, chicken ball things, little Scotch egg things, a bit of cucumber. We're trying him with all sorts, you know, to help the school.
What's the school policy on cocktail sausages? Where does the school stand on cocktail sausages?
They told us to pack them.
They did, OK,
that
right.
Seems odd
OK,
to me.
They told us to try him on them.
OK, well, look, we've got Amanda here, and let's have a listen to her, Steve, and see what she has to say, because she's not only a mum, she's a nutritionist.
Difficult one, isn't it? Because we're talking about an individual little boy, and I can understand Troy's daddy is, you know, a bit perplexed about having things taken out. It must be a bit annoying if that happens. So I think a lot of this is down to how the school communicate with the parents and how they then go about addressing issues like this, because that's a very particular case. But I think overall, the idea that you're taking the school with you on a policy for healthier eating is a good thing, and trying to accommodate everybody, including Troy, for example, and getting him on board. Because I think, Ruth, you made some very good points there. It's possible to change over time, and introducing him to things that he does like. You know, maybe they need to take some time with him, sit down with the school cooks, and actually go through some things that he might like to try.
Well, it just seemed to me, you know, to take a child's sausage roll, I'm not saying they're not unhealthy, but, you know, on a regular basis, but to take something and then give him something to replace it that he doesn't like, therefore he didn't eat.
Yes, but look,
seems strange.
There's a settling in period. What I think, and this school is Shirley Manor Primary Academy, that we're talking about where are they based? They're in Bradford, near Bradford. I just think, I applaud them. I actually think, you know, we all need to be Steve needs to be educated, I need to be educated. We all think, I mean, you and I, goodness knows, have talked over the years about various things, and we all think, oh yes, I've got calorie-reduced squash, or I've got no sugar added, or whatever. We all think we're doing the right thing. but it's really good to be told, no, you're not.
Well, I think what's important as well is to understand this comes under the whole umbrella of the Public Health England childhood obesity strategy. So that's driving the agenda in the schools for the school lunches policy. It's driving the education that children are now getting in primary school. So this is all part of a much bigger picture. And I understand there will be hiccups along the way. There will be times when people think, oh, don't mess with my food, because actually food...
What would you say to Steve? I mean, Steve's in this situation. Steve, have a listen to this.
I'd say go into the school, talk to them, work with them, talk to the cooks, get some different foods in front of Troy where he can try different things in front of both the teachers and his dad, and actually feel more comfortable with things. And that, yes, it is difficult to change. It's always difficult to change, but in the long term, it is moving towards what the school are doing for all the children. So the children who are having school lunches are having to eat healthier food. And for their sake, I think it's good that the school lunch boxes are aligned as well. So they're not seeing children having unhealthier options, and they're thinking, oh, hang on a minute.
The head teacher there, Heather Lacey, said, we want to ensure that our children eat well and grow up understanding the importance of a healthy diet and lifestyle. But I think you do that with education, not kind of taking things out of their lunchbox. I think you've got to change that round.
That's why you don't take instruction on anything, which amazes me why you're still in Strictly Come Dancing. Because why are you taking instruction from that Anton de Beck?
Because he's a master.
See, when I think Mrs Lacey there, Heather Lacey, I think you're doing a brilliant thing.